부산 영어 방송.
Hello, lovely sweeties, and welcome to Sweet Date. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's mid-January, and this is usually the time of year when we're really good at making plans, right? We set our goals, we write things down, and we promise ourselves that this year will be different. So let me ask you, are you someone who's good at making plans? And if you are, how about actually sticking to them? For most of us, that second part is much harder, right? And if that's you, I just want to say you're not the only one. Because if changing habits were easy, everyone out there would be doing it effortlessly by now. So today, instead of blaming ourselves, we're going to gently look at why habits are so hard to change, even when our intentions are sincere. So are you guys ready to begin the sweet journey with me?
하나 둘 셋 발걸음 맞춰 거리를 걷다 보면 어느새 너에게로 향하는 내 모습 Oh I miss you, oh miss you babe 네가 또 생각나 너도 나처럼 이렇게 다가오겠니 One, two, three 발걸음에 맞춰 거리를
That was 걷다 by Yoongun. And listening to this song, da, 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 remind us that you don't always have to achieve something big, like for the moment to matter. Just moving forward, even quietly, even slowly, already counts. And habits, I gotta say, work the same way. A small step today, another small step tomorrow, and one day it simply becomes part of your life. Yay! So if your pace feels slow right now, it doesn't mean you've stopped doing it. It means you're still walking, right? Hello, sweeties. We're live from our studio in Busan this Wednesday afternoon, and welcome to Sweet Date. You're tuned into BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Jeongwan, and Doksan areas. And I'm Yoonji. Hello, everyone. I see some competition going on in the chat room. Oh my goodness. We have Benny coming in first. Everyone's putting number 1, right? They think they're the first place. And we have Julie coming in second. And we have, Callie coming in third. Wow, what time did you guys, log on? I'm curious. And they're saying, 여러분, hi, Benny hello. And Julie saying, 윤지님 in Bucko, pink. Yes, I'm cherry blossom today. How do you guys like my outfit? Yes. Also, Benny님's writing in Korean, and Julie님 saying, "Oh, Benny님, 한글 사용 실력이 나날이 늘어가네요. Wow!" Right? I'm so surprised, right? Sometimes I forget that Benny님's all the way from the Philippines, right? Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. We also have 상미님 checking in with us, saying, "I'm listening to classical music during lunch." Ooh, thank you for checking in with us. Yes, sweet song in a sweet day with sweet daters, Kellen. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh my goodness. And at the beginning of the year, we were talking about this in the opening today, right? There's one resolution we hear about every single time, which is dieting. Whew, I'm pretty sure many people listening right now to our show have thought about it too, right? I mean, every January, diet-related products, programs, and those pills sell incredibly well. But somehow, we don't hear that many stories about people saying, "Yeah, I finally figured it out and it worked perfectly." And that doesn't mean people are lazy or weak. It usually means the habit itself is hard to build, right? And changing habits asks us to fight against routines we've practiced for years, sometimes decades, often without realizing it. It's not about your willpower, right? It's about timing, environment, and those emotions, right? And even how tired we are at the end of the day. So if you've ever wondered, why do I keep going back to my old patterns even when I really want to change? That question alone means you're self-aware. So with that, we're going to take a moment to turn to today's question and see what you're thinking. Whew. So the question of the day is, what habit did you begin with confidence and quietly drop later? So let me repeat the question one more time. What habit did you begin with confidence? Yeah. And quietly kind of drop later. 자신 있게 시작했다가 슬그머니 사라졌던 그런 습관은 여러분 무엇인가요? For me, I've said this during our bite-sized banter segment, but I've been trying to do 5 minutes of stretching. Yes, and I started the year off well, I think, for the 3 days. But then after that, I didn't quietly stick to that. So yes. What about you guys? Maybe you were thinking to yourself, I'm going to pack lunch this year instead of buying it or eating out, right? And then all of a sudden you realize you're out there with your colleagues, right? And eating at a restaurant every time and kind of using up your money. Or maybe you said, this year, I'll clean as I go, right? You are thinking to yourself, okay, I'm going to do the dishes right away after having my meal. But then all of a sudden you realize you have dishes kind of stacked up in your sink and you're like, me tomorrow will do it, right? So tell us what your story would be by texting us at pound 9050, that's 샵 9050, and feel free to send in photos too. And don't forget, each message costs 101. Also on Katalog, just search for BEFM or 부산 영어 방송, and then add us as a friend, and you can send in photos and videos for free. And we're also streaming live on YouTube, so go ahead and search for the same thing, BEFM or 부산 영어 방송, and then click the live button and watch me, Yoonji, ing on air. All right, so before we move on to our fun next segment, how about a song? And here is 메아리 by 김태우.
대신 들려오는 미안해라는 말 가지 말란 말에 넌 goodbye 내겐 소중했는데 너는 그게 아닌데 어쩜 약속됐던 이별일 텐데 사랑이란 말의 답은 영원 아니었던가 바보처럼 기다리면 너만 믿었단 나 주기만한 받지 못한 그런 사랑 Oh no 너를 사랑해 외롭던 행복의 한마디 기다리고 기다려도 들리지 않던 메아리 너를 사랑해 하나 둘 셋 하면 우리 함께 서로가 들리게 외칠게 사랑해 이별이란 높은 산을 올라 그대라는 저 태양을 만나 마지막으로 난 one more try 너를 기다렸다고 너를 기다렸다고 어쩜 약속됐던 만남일 텐데 이별이란 말의 답은 아픔 아니었던가 그 속에서 사랑을 포기하며 살다 나 주는 만큼 내게 주는 그런 사랑 I know 너를 사랑해 외롭던 행복의 한마디 기다리고 기다려도 들리지 않던 메아리 너를 사랑해 하나 둘 셋 하면 우리 함께 서로가 들리게 외칠게 사랑해 사랑해 돌아올 메아리만 기다리는 누군가를 위해 이렇게 나는 노래하네 아꼈던 내 맘을 너에게 전하는 이야기 멜로디 메아리 다시 한마디 기다리고 기다렸던 예쁜 메아리 너를 사랑해 우리 함께 떠나지 않을 걸 맹세해 저 멀리 들리게 더 크게 사랑해 사랑해
And welcome back to Screen Bites. And this is where we learn natural everyday English through fun and memorable movie scenes. And we're continuing with a movie called She's the Man, often described online as a classic teen movie, a fast, fun story about youth, identity, and growing pains filled with small, everyday moments that feel very real. And today's expression comes from one of those quieter scenes when someone is clearly having a bad day and another person tries to cheer them up. So here's the setting for today. After everything that's gone wrong, the character named Viola comes home tired. frustrated and emotionally drained. She doesn't want jokes. She doesn't want surprises. She just wants the day to end. But her mom, completely unaware of how heavy the day felt, believes she has something that will instantly bring her mood up. That's when she says today's key line. So here are the lines between Mom and Viola. I have a surprise for you. And this is why I don't bring friends over. Mom, not now. I had a really bad day, so this is just a thing to perk you up. Keep your eyes closed, honey. They're closed. All right. Surprise! Beautiful gifts for my darling debutante. So this is a scene. And today's expression is, this is just the thing to perk you up. This is just the thing to perk you up. 이거면 기분이 확 좋아질 거야. So to perk up means to feel happier or to feel more energetic and to feel better after feeling tired or down. So this expression means this will make you feel better or this is exactly what you need right now. And it's often used with good intentions even if the timing isn't perfect. So this is just a thing to perk you up is used when someone looks a bit tired or sad or discouraged and you want to cheer someone up. Woo, woo, woo. And it sounds warm, caring, and optimistic. So let's now see how people actually use it in daily conversations. Here's our first example. I'm exhausted. It was rough today. 오늘 진짜 힘들었다. I know. This coffee is just a thing to perk you up. 이 커피 마시면 기분이 좀 나아질 거야. So this is used when offering something small to lift someone's mood. And here's our second example. I don't feel like going out today. 오늘은 나가고 싶지가 않네. Come on. A short walk might be just the thing to perk you up. 잠깐 산책하면 기분 전환될 수도 있어. So this is used to gently suggest a small activity to bring someone's mood up. And here's our last example. I've been feeling down all week. 일주일 내내 기분이 가라앉아 있어. Hey, watching something funny could be just a thing to perk you up. 재밌는 거 하나 보면 기분이 좋아질 수도 있잖아. So this is used to offer light, friendly encouragement when someone seems emotionally drained. So today we learned the expression, this is just the thing to perk you up. It's a reminder that when someone's having a bad day, we often try to help, sometimes awkwardly, sometimes sweetly, with the hope of making things feel just a little lighter. And in the movie She's the Man, this moment shows the gap between how we feel and how others try to comfort us. And with that, we're gonna be wrapping this segment up and we'll be back tomorrow with another scene from She's the Man. For now, we're gonna take a short break and enjoy some music. And here is 거북이 by 다비치.
그럼 그때 보내줄 테니까 숨지 마 차라리 내 맘을 훔치지 마 거짓말 느리고 느린 너의 걸음마 내 가슴 깊이 하는 말 내게로 와요 마음을 들 것도 없고 더 갈 것도 없는 슬픈 거북이한 말이 상처가 많아 너 혼자서 어디야 슬고픈겠지 내 가슴 깊이 하는 말 내게로 와요 마음을 줄 것도 없고 더 갈 것도 없는 슬픈 거북이한 말이 상처가 많아 너 혼자서 매일 외롭게 숨는 거니 너를 지킬 수 없고 더 사랑도 없는 내 가슴 아픈 이야기 조금 늦어도 좋아 한 걸음 한 걸음 천천히 나보다 느린 내 발걸음에 맞춰 걸으면 더 이상 너 혼자 울지 않도록 You'll always be my always be my 줄 것도 없고 더 갈 것도 없는 슬픈 거북이한 말이 제발 날 떠나 상처가 많아 너 혼자서 매일 외롭게 숨는 거니 너를 지킬 수 없고 더 사랑도 없는 내 가슴 아픈 이야기 조금 늦어도 좋아 한 걸음 한 걸음 천천히
That was 거북이 by 다비치. Ooh, I love that song. Did you guys like that song? All right, anyway, it's time to remind you of today's question of the day, which is what habit did you begin with confidence and quietly drop later? 자신 있게 할 수 있어 하고 시작했다가 슬그머니 사라졌던 그런 습관은 무엇인가요? So share your answers by texting us at pound 9050, that's 샵 9050, and feel free to send in photos too. And don't forget, each message costs 101. Also on Kakao Talk, search for BEFM or 부산 영어 방송, add us as a friend, and you can send in photos and videos for free. We're also streaming live on YouTube, so if you are curious to see what's happening in the studio, go ahead and search for the same thing, BEFM or 부산 영어 방송, and then click the red live button over there, and then you can watch us and join us in the chat room with the cool listeners there. All right, so let's see what our sweeties have to say. We have Julie님 saying, 저도 오늘 커피를 2잔 했어요. Ooh, 2 cups of coffee already. Wow, you guys are young. Right? Keeping the young vibe. Ooh, yes. But like, you know, if you have lots of coffee, can you guys sleep at night? Because like for me, I can't. Yes. And I've said this before, but I think the maximum, you know, cut line would be like, I don't know, 3 p.m., 2 p.m.? Yes, so I have to go decaf. How about you guys? Wow, 2 cups of coffee. Yes, I'll try and see what that feels like in the new year, okay? Also, we have 만학도영아님 saying, 다들 안녕하세요. 오늘은 병원 검진 다녀오느라 좀 서둘렀더니 시간 여유가 있어서 일찍부터 들을 수 있네요. 후! 윤지님은 항상 예쁘지만 제 생각에는 올림머리 했을 때가 제일 예쁘신 것 같아요. Ooh. So, 만학도영아님 went for a health checkup today, and she had some spare time for herself so she could listen to our show. Ooh, yes. And she says that I always look pretty, but it's even prettier when I put my hair up. Okay. 그래서 like after I saw this comment, 막정님, 피디님 and I were talking about this, and he was like, put your hair up like way here. Yes. 여기다가 크게 저기 사진이 있네요. 저렇게 올리라고. Yes. I think he's just, I don't know. He's just goofing around, right? 여기다가 어떻게 두나요, 여러분? 이거 like put a cinnamon roll here? Yes, I'll try to put my hair up as more as possible. Yes, and I seriously thought like 마음대원이 you had the same opinion as my mom. Yes, because she always tells me like whenever I put my hair up, she's like, "Oh, Yunji, you look cute today." And whenever I look at the cute days that she thought was cute, you know, that was the days like I had my hair up. So I was like, oh, okay, that's my mom's style. But anyway, 마태원이, I'll try to put my hair on. Thank you for the compliment. Anyway, thank you guys. Also, we have Jenny in Hong Kong-님 checking in already. And she's like, Julie님 1등 하셨네요. 안녕하세요, 모든 분들. And Yunji. She's saying congratulations to Julie님 who came in first today, right? And she's saying, 여기 날씨 아주 좋아요. So in Hong Kong, it's a beautiful day. It's a fine and warm day. Ooh, yes. And she's also questioning to 상민님, who's listening to classical music and our program at the same time. And she's saying, 전 화면을 보면서 들어야 되는데 어떻게 방송을 두 개 동시에 들으시나요? 이쁜 윤지님 보면서 멀티태스킹 딴 일도 하죠. 쿠킹도 하면서 청소도 하고. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to this. It doesn't matter like whether you guys are, doing something while listening to our radio. But anyway, thank you for complimenting on my face. Anyway, yes. So it's midweek, which means things can start to feel a bit, heavy, right? So we're gonna bring our myth buster back and let's see what's worth questioning together. And welcome everyone. It's time for Fact Detox. And of course, we have our fact-checking partner, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Hello. Magical Wednesday.
Are you saying that because my glasses look like Harry Potter?
No, not at all. I didn't realize it. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes. Now that you said it.
Oh, no.
It kind of No, just kidding. Anyway, how is everything with you?
Good. Yeah. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. The weather's going to be so good. Like a touch of summer in the middle of winter, I think.
Yes. And just FYI for our little sweeties, she brought in her daughter.
Yeah,
to the
my daughter's here
studio,
today.
The surfer. Yes.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, she looked absolutely beautiful. Just like you.
She's beautiful inside and out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, I mean, like she walked into the studio all shy and she was like, hello. And I gave her a hug and she had a beautiful smile, just like her mom, right? And I was so happy to see her. Anyway, we want to get your answer on question of the day, which is what habit did you begin with confidence and quietly drop later?
Probably sugar. Yeah, I started the first day of the new year saying I'm going to cut sugar. I'm not going to have sugar. I'm going to delete it from my diet. And then an hour later, I was eating something.
Yes, you see some things lying around at your table, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
No,
you're like,
I went out of my way to get it.
Okay, so it's not like totally,
It's done.
coincidence.
Not even quietly dropped. It's like dropping a rock.
Dropping a rock.
A sugar cube, yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's funny because we've talked about sugar during our segment as well, right? But I think it's really hard to cut down all of a sudden, right?
Life is about balance.
True. Right. So kind of gradually, slip it out. I think that's
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But I think from time to time,
yeah.
it's all right.
There
But-
are days you need some sweet stuff,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, so-
Absolutely.
So hopefully we can kind of, slightly cut down this year, right?
Yeah, okay, we'll see slightly.
Yes.
Check in at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah, I know. We're going to look back at how that went. Okay. So we're going to jump into our detoxes today, right? Yes. And today's topic
Today's topic is so perfect for mid-January.
Yes, very seasonal and very relatable. And by this point in January, a lot of people say, their body kind of feels stiff, dry, or sluggish, right?
Yeah, but yeah. Every day when I wake up.
I know, right?
Absolutely. And at the same time, people are also saying, what are my New Year's resolutions? So hard to keep.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to start with the body first, right? And we're going to begin here. Does sitting for long periods really affect our circulation?
Yeah, a lot of us sit for a long time, and the answer is yes, it really does. When we sit for too long without moving, blood flow, especially in the lower body, does start to slow down.
So that heavy, heavy, stiff feeling in the legs is real.
Very, very real. Muscle movement helps to push the blood back towards the heart. Without movement, circulation becomes less efficient.
And I heard that the winter season makes this worse.
So right. Cold air causes blood vessels near the skin to narrow. It's a process called vasoconstriction. It's a natural survival response to help conserve core body heat by reducing the blood flow to our hands and feet.
That explains the cold fingers and toes, right, everyone?
Exactly. And because the blood vessels are narrowing, our heart has to work harder to pump blood through them. And that increases our blood pressure and our heart rate.
Yes, and I think as the winter kind of gets colder, we also tend to sit longer for longer periods of time, right? And I gotta say, it's more comfy to kind of sit on the sofa and stream that, hike up a mountain in the winter, right?
Yes, absolutely. I know that I'm spending way more time sitting on the sofa during the season than I usually do in the spring and summer. And that comes with its own set of issues.
Yes, I know exactly what that means. And I think this is something that also applies to long flights too.
Oh, yeah. Glad you brought that up because a lot of people are going to be flying this winter too.
True.
Yeah, when we sit for a long time, especially without moving, our circulation slows down, particularly in our legs and feet.
Yeah, so important to get up and kind of move around every once in a while, like me in the studio, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Wednesday wiggles.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Our leg muscles are like a pump that helps to move blood back to our heart.
Yes.
Without that movement, the blood can pool in the lower legs and the pooling can increase pressure in the veins and raise the risk of developing conditions like swelling, varicose veins, and even something called DVT.
Yes, I've actually heard of DVT, which is deep vein thrombosis, and that's where a blood clot forms in the vein of the leg, and it's mostly associated with long flights and no movement at all.
Right. Yeah, when we're home on the sofa, we can easily get up and move around a bit to get the blood flowing. But on a long flight, it's really not that easy.
No, it's not easy. So what's the recommendation for long flights to keep the blood pumping?
For long flights, we want to get up and walk the aisle about every hour or two if possible. If we can't get up because of safety or the person sitting on the aisle, then good exercises to do when seated are calf pumps, where we raise and lower our heels while keeping our toes down. And also ankle circles, rotating our feet in circles for about 15 seconds each.
Oh, that's a good way. This reminded me of an incident that happened on a long...
An international incident.
Yeah, okay, you guys shouldn't do this, but accidentally, I think I was 8 years old. I was on the flight and I was kind of lying down, and I accidentally put my feet up on someone else's shoulder.
Oh,
and he was waking me up. He was like, "Excuse me." I was like, "Oh, sorry." So I quickly put my feet down. But I was so embarrassed. I had to be on the same flight for 14 hours. So imagine how that would have been. Right? So anyway, don't do that, guys. Anyway, I'm sure there are any other recommended exercises.
Our tongues are tripping today.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. We can do knee lifts. So pulling our knee to our chest and alternating legs, and also doing leg stretches, stretching our legs out and tightening and releasing our muscles. But most importantly, if we're going to be sitting for long periods of time, especially if we're flying, we've got to stay hydrated and limit alcohol and caffeine.
Got that, guys?
Yeah, drink more water than you think you
Yeah,
need to, especially
yeah.
if you're flying.
Yeah. So these are great recommendations. I think a lot of our listeners are already getting ready to fly in the coming weeks with upcoming national holiday, right? So we know that sitting for long periods affect our circulation. But I mean, does the cold of winter also dry out our bodies?
In short, yeah, it does. And there's more. Cold air holds less moisture, which draws out the skin and the respiratory system.
So dryness at this time of year isn't just about forgetting our lotion.
Yeah. Although, right. We also use indoor heating at this time of year, which also reduces indoor humidity, which draws our bodies out even more. Also, in cold weather, we don't feel as thirsty as we tend not to drink as much water, which increases our overall dehydration.
So what do the medical experts recommend as a fix?
Doctors usually recommend about 3 things, which is move regularly to stimulate your blood flow, stay hydrated even though you don't feel thirsty, and moisturize to lock in moisture and protect the skin barrier. Stay warm, use a humidifier to add moisture back into the indoor air.
So small actions actually help, right?
Absolutely. Standing up every 30 to 60 minutes can restart the circulation. And proper humidity protects our skin and our airways.
All right. So standing up every 30 to 60 minutes, that sounds about right. So we are going to restart our circulation while we take a music break. And here is Boom 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 by Roy Kim.
봄봄봄 봄이 왔네요. 우리가 처음 만났던 그때 향기 그대로, 그때가 앉아 있었던 그 벤치 옆에 나무도 아직도 남아있네요. 살아가다 보면 잊혀질 거라 했지만 그 말을 하며 안 될 거란 걸 알고 있었어. 그대여 너를 처음 본 순간 나는 바로 알았지. 그대여 나와 함께 해줘 이 봄이 가기 전에. 봄봄봄 봄이 왔네요. 그대 없었던 내 가슴 시렸던 겨울을 지나 또 벚꽃잎이 피어나듯이 다시 이 벤치에 앉아 추억을 그려보네요. 사랑하다 보면 무뎌질 때도 있지만 그 시간마저 사랑이란 걸 이제 알았어. 그대여 너를 처음 본 순간 나는 바로 알았지. 그대여 나와 함께 해줘 이 봄이 가기 전에. 우리 그만 참아요. 이제 더 이상은 망설이지 마요. 아팠던 날들은 이제 뒤로 하고 말할 거예요. 그대여 너를 처음 본 순간 나는 바로 알았지. 그대여 나와 함께 해줘 이 봄이 가기 전에. 봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄봄
everyone. You just listened to Boom 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 by Roy Kim. And you're listening to Fact Detox with Cheryl here on Sweet Date. And for those of you watching YouTube, you must have seen Cheryl's beautiful daughter, right? Because we have so many requests from our sweeties. They're like, I want to see your daughter, right? I want to say hello to her. Anyway, she's a teenager, right?
Yeah,
So-
she's 14.
yeah, so like Cheryl went out like during the song break and she was like, I don't know what she said, but she was like gently, kind of convincing her. And she came in all shy and she was super cute.
Yeah, she
right?
came in, she waved, and then she exited.
Yes. It's like, made her way in and then left right away, right? Anyway, we also have like some of our listeners, right, saying keep the blood flowing, pumping, move around, like stretching, stay hydrated, right? Yes. Anyway. Did you guys get to stretch a little bit during the song break? Because we kind of did, right?
Oh, yeah, it's such a good song to stretch to. Love that song.
Love it, love it, love it. So we talked about the effect of winter on our bodies, but it also has an effect on our willpower. Right? And we start January with, those new resolutions, or I would like to call it plans, and so much motivation. But within a few short weeks, it feels like it fades, right? So why do you think it fades so quickly?
Most of the time, we give up our resolutions quickly because we're too vague or too unrealistic about them. We set goals that are too big, which burns us out. Instead, we should be making a shift and just building new habits. So we kind of fall into an all or nothing mindset when we inevitably slip up and then just give up.
So, for example, setting the resolution of getting fit is so vague, right? So we hit the gym for 2 weeks or for some of you, like a month, and don't see numbers changing on the scale. So we tend to give up, right?
Which is so good for me because the machines were all full at the gym. But you're right. According to Baylor College of Medicine, our brains prefer established habits, and big changes take a lot of time.
So what exactly does this mean for us, like sticking with our goals for this year?
Well, planning in and of itself feels rewarding. It activates optimism and future thinking. But habits require repetition, energy, and consistency. So if you want to stick with resolutions, we kind of need to change the way we make them.
So feeling motivated doesn't mean the habit is formed yet.
Exactly. In January, we often overestimate how much change we can handle all at once. We hit the gym hard, change our diet, do digital detoxes, start to balance work and life a lot better, and we think we can do everything all at once.
So too many goals out there, right? At the same time.
Absolutely. And then daily life quickly adds stress, fatigue, and decisions, which makes new habits harder to maintain.
So remember this, guys. It's not that we're failing.
Not at all. Not at all. Habits fail when the systems don't support them.
So what do behavior experts say helps habits stick?
Well, the first is addressing unrealistic goals. So instead of saying, I'm going to get fit in 2026, we've got to change the language and the goal to, I'm going to walk 30 minutes 3 times a week.
So it's a realistic goal, right? Changing it to a goal which is like definitely more concrete and achievable than saying, I'm going to get fit this year. So I want to ask you, what is the definition of fit here?
Yeah, exactly. Like, fit means something different to everyone. And when we set goals, we want to break them up into small measurable steps. It becomes more tangible and we actually see results. And from that, we can build the habits.
Yes. And you mentioned habits. We're going to slide into side detox.
Okay.
And I've heard this, to make it a habit, it takes 21 days, I believe, until something becomes a habit. Is this truth or myth?
This is nuanced. So according to research, on average, building a habit takes about 66 days. But depending on how complex the habit is and how motivated we are, it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days.
That's a 254
Could
days.
take almost a year.
I think like for me to, make it a habit of going to the gym, I think it would take 254 days for me.
Yeah, so I mean, something simple like drinking more water would take less time than, as you mentioned, something like going to the gym regularly.
Yeah.
We need to focus more on creating new and simple routines that become automatic over time, which feeds our brain's need for repetition.
And since forming new habits kind of takes time for people, we should give ourselves some grace, right? So if we miss a workout here or there, or maybe even break that diet, for some winter ice cream or binge on series on a detox day, it's okay, right? Our resolutions are not an all or nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, my sugar. Experts say that we form habits through structure, not willpower. It's important to celebrate the small victories to reinforce new habits and to see those setbacks as a learning opportunity, not a failure.
True, that's reassuring.
Yeah, struggling in January doesn't mean that the goals are wrong. It just means that they need better support. They might need a better plan of action, or we might need to start ignoring the end result and just start focusing on the process to get there.
Yes, and I feel like outside pressure plays a role too, right?
Absolutely. So many of us set goals based on what we see as we scroll through our social media daily, rather than something that would actually add benefit to our daily lives.
Exactly. And I gotta say, these were such great detoxes today. Yes. So we're gonna wrap up today's fact detox. First, winter conditions like cold air and setting for long periods of time can kind of slow your circulation and dry out the body, right? And second, New Year resolutions feel easy to make, but habits are harder to change because they require us to set, those small, tiny goals and form habits and not just rely on motivation.
Yeah, that mid-January struggle is so normal.
Yes. And I gotta say, we have some of our comments from our listeners. We have Julie님 saying, 따님 진짜 이쁘시네요.
아이,
You're-
감사합니다.
She knows it
She
right
looks
away.
more like me.
Oh yes, 귀엽고 대박. She's cute and 대박. You know what 대박
Yeah,
means,
I
right?
do.
Yes. And 머리도 이쁘겠다 해서 우와. Yeah, so I guess our listeners love Kai as well, right?
Oh, she's easy to love.
Yes. And anyway, Cheryl, thank you for walking us through both body and behavior today and for helping us make sense of January.
Yeah.
Yes. And a heads up for our sweeties, today is our last fact detox together with Cheryl for a little while, right? Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, sweeties. But I'm leaving. I'm flying off to summer in 2 days. But I'll be back when the spring comes and the flowers are in bloom. Yes, I'm leaving winter.
Yes.
But of course, I'll be thinking about all the sweeties out there, and I'll be back again soon.
We're gonna miss you so much.
I'll wave as I fly over you on Friday.
All right. Anyway, just please look forward to who's coming in, filling in for Cheryl. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I hope you have a safe flight and
Thank
safe trip.
you.
And
Yes.
we'll see you maybe, when is it?
March.
March? Okay. In a few short months, right?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Oh, for sure, we'll be back.
Yeah. She'll be back. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much, Cheryl. And we'll see you in spring.
Yes, see you in the spring.
Okay. And that wraps up the first hour, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And here's another song to close the first hour. Here is 세상에 반한 남자야 by Sunny Days.
Hey, yeah. S-U-N-N-Y. Hey, yeah. 사다라라다. 뭔데 어쨌는데 이렇게 또 날 울려. 뭔데 어쨌는데 난 날 괴롭혀. 댄디한 옷차림 매너 좋은 말투 바람둥이 맞았지 알면서도 끌렸지 나도 가만 잡았지 내 감이 틀리지 않았지 알면서도 또 내가 속았나봐 너처럼 나쁜 남자는 세상에 많고 많겠지만 너를 만난 게 실수야 고민해도 답은 딱 하나 내가 너란 남자 깨끗하게 다 잊어줄게 미친 게 틀림없지 나 같은 여자를 떠나보내다니 너랑 똑같은 여자를 만나보면 느끼겠지 그땐 이미 늦어 난 네 옆에 없을 테니 나도 감을 잡았지 내 감이 틀리지 않았지 알면서도 또 내가 속았나봐 너처럼 나쁜 남자는 세상에 많고 많겠지만 너같이 못된 남자는 세상에 진짜 많겠지만 내가 봤던 남자들 그중에 넌 최악이야 Bad ass boy 세상에 반은 남자야 세상에 반은 남자야 세상에 반은 남자야 Hey, yeah. As you double and wide as you double and wide as you double and wide Sunny days 너처럼 나쁜 남자는 세상에 많고 많겠지만 너같이 못된 남자는 세상에 진짜 많겠지만 내가 봤던 남자들 그중에 넌 최악이야 Bad crazy boy 세상에 반은 너처럼 나쁜 남자는 세상에 많고 많겠지만 너같이 못된 남자는 세상에 진짜 많겠지만 내가 봤던 남자들 그중에 넌 최악이야 Bad crazy boy 세상에 반은 남자야
Girl, I gave my heart and soul to you, and dedicate my life to you. But you let me down. Now I'm gonna let it all go. No turning back, turning back, turning back, turning back.
나는 웃는 법도 몰라 나는 잊는 법도 몰라 오직 너밖에 난 모르는 바보 너무 사랑했었잖아 정말 사랑했었잖아 네가 떠나가면 난 어떡해 기다릴게 나 여기 있을게 마지막 사랑 난 너란 걸 아니까 잊지마 시간이 흘러도 내게 온다면 다시 널 놓지 않아 참아 죽진 못해 살아 네가 없이 하루 살아 숨도 쉴 수 없을 만큼 난 아파 누가 내게 그러더라 그러면서 산다더라 왜 나 죽을 만큼 힘든 거니 기다릴게 나 여기 있을게 마지막 사랑 난 너란 걸 아니까 잊지마 시간이 흘러도 내게 온다면 다시 널 놓지 않아
뒤돌아선 발걸음이 편치만은 않았어 이대로 그냥 가면 다시 볼 수 없으니까 좋았던 기억들이 자꾸 눈에 밟혀서 눈물이 차오르고 발목을 붙잡지마 여기서 끝내야 돼 너와 나의 사랑을 아직도 숨을 쉬는 잊지 못할 추억들 가슴이 너무 아파 견딜 수가 없는데 미안해 이 말밖에 나는 할 말이 없어
돌아와줘 내 슬픈 사랑아 가슴 쉬도록 널 부르고 있잖아 너에게 하고픈 한마디 너무 사랑해 이 말로는 듣고 있니 널 사랑해 날 두고 가지마 마지막 사랑 난 너란 널 아니까 또 다른 누군가 온대도 너 하나면 돼 다시 널 놓지 않아
That was 해바라기 by Kpop featuring MJ of Sunnyside. And there's something really comforting about this song, the way it talks about staying in one place, quietly facing the same direction. And it reminds us that consistency doesn't always have to be loud or dramatic. It's about quietly staying with one feeling and letting that steadiness speak for itself. And hello, sweeties. We're live from our studio in Busan this Wednesday afternoon. Happy hump day, everyone, and welcome to Sweet Date. You're tuned into BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Cheongwan, and Doksan areas. And I'm Yoonji. So let's see what's coming up next in part 2 of Sweet Date. So we're kicking things off with bite-sized banter with Andrew, a quick, fun boost for your day, filled with easy laughs and light energy and those adorable mini skits that you guys always look forward to. And then we're going to slide right into Kpop Dispatch, catching up on the newest releases and those comeback excitement and all the Kpop buzz that everyone seems to be talking about this week. And it's a perfect segment for discovering your next favorite track. And finally, we'll wrap things up in part 2 with Sweet Review, where we round off the key ideas of the show and leave you with one quote to think about. And here's question of the day once again. What habit did you begin with confidence and quietly drop later? 여러분이 자신 있게 시작했다가 슬그머니 사라졌던 습관은 무엇인가요? So share your answers by texting us at pound 9050. That's 샵 9050. And feel free to send in photos too. And don't forget, each message costs 101. Also on Kakao Talk, search for BEFM or 부산 영어 방송 and then add us as a friend. And you can send in photos and videos for free. And we're also streaming live on YouTube. So go ahead and search for the same thing, BEFM or 부산 영어 방송, and then click the live button and watch me, Yoonji, on air. And let's see what our sweeties have to say. We've got lots of messages today. I'm so happy. Yes, and we have 만학대원님 saying 저는 음식물 쓰레기를 자주 버리자고 다짐합니다. 여름에는 그날 음식물 쓰레기를 바로 버립니다. 그러다가 날씨가 조금씩 선선해지면 음식물 쓰레기가 쌓이기 시작하죠. 저녁 먹고 버려야지 했다가 내일 아침 먹고 버려야지 했다가 결국은 산더미처럼 쌓이면 비로소 버리러 갑니다. Yes, I know like it's a hassle to get rid of those food waste, right? I mean like like in the States or the Western countries, I don't know about other countries, but when I used to live in the States, there used to be like a grinder, like food grinder, like in the sink. So I used to like put things down the drain, but then like I wanted to kind of experience it for myself. I was like, can I put in, watermelon? So I like used to do experiment myself. But anyway, like in Korea, we have to go out, right? Like even in the cold winter weather, you have to go out, right? Wearing those thick jacket. I think that's such a hassle. So I get what you mean, 마우토니. I totally feel you. Yes. 근데 진짜 음식물 쓰레기 이거는 여름은 바로 버려야 되는 것 같긴 해요. Right? But sometimes like I put in the freezer. I don't know if you do that, but 혼자 사는 사람들은 약간 I heard they put it in the freezer. And one time like my friend came to my house and she was like, ew, that's gross. So I was like, okay, I should throw it away. But anyway, if there's a good tip, I mean, let us know. And there are some like, I don't know, machines that kind of like dries up your food waste. So I really wanted to get that as well, but I heard it's really pricey. So let's see how that goes for me. Yes. Anyway, we also learned this expression in Screen Bites today, and we have some trainees. And Jenny in Hong Kong is saying, this is just the thing to perk you up. A cup of coffee, right? To bring up your mood, right? And Julian is saying, wow, perk you up이라니. 발음이 curse word랑 비슷해서 깜짝 놀랐잖아요. Yes, perk you up. 발음 잘하셔야 돼요. 여러분, perk P-E-R-K you up. 알겠죠? 일부러 약간 발음을 perk 이렇게 하셔야 돼요. Yes, so people don't get you wrong, right? Also, Benny님 saying, Yoonji wanted to share something with her coworker, and she says, this is just a thing to perk you up. And her coworkers say, 어머, 감사합니다, Yoonji. Yes, so he created a sentence using today's line from Screen Bites. Ooh, that's very creative. Thank you. Also, we have Jinli-님 checking in saying, Hi, Yoonji. 좋아요부터 꾹 했어요. 너무 감사합니다. I didn't ask you to do it, but you did it, voluntarily. Thank you so much. And Julie-님 saying, 저도 좋아요 꾹. 감사합니다, 여러분. 역시 센스쟁이들. 최고. I think PD님's checking 좋아요 수. Yes, anyway, thank you guys for doing that. That's so sweet of you. Also, we have 정상님 checking in saying, Hi, Yoonji. 윤디님 앞에 인형이랑 닮으셨어요. 감사합니다. You little munchkin. Come over here. 너무 귀엽지 않나요? It's like a block. 머리 위에 똥을 올리는. 그죠? 피디님이 제일 좋아하는 것 같아요. Yes. Anyway, thank you guys for checking in with us and for the sweet words. Also, for the text topic today, we have Benny님 saying, for me, when sharing live stories from a friend. However, I constantly wanted to get out of it because it's being risky these days. Yes. So Benny used to kind of share his stories with a friend, but then he kind of dropped it because it's risky, right? People might go around and tell, your secrets and kind of spill the beans, right? Yeah, that's why I don't try to how people rely on other people, but I think that's somehow kind of dangerous. I don't want to put it that way, but I think it's very risky, as you said, Benny. So I don't try to like tell other people about, you know, those bad stuff or, you know, those sad stories. I just try to like tell them, you know, something happy and exciting, right? So in that case, they can spread the joy. Yes. Anyway, thank you for sharing your answer. I think that's a good one. Also, we have Kellen checking in. Hi, Kellen. And she's saying, I wanted to make it a habit to stretch before getting into sleep. But as you know, and then she didn't finish the sentence. ... I know, right? Before turning into bed, I think it's hard to stretch, right? Like even lying on bed, you can do lots of exercises, right? If you like search on 너튜브, you can find so many like stretching, you know, routines. But still, I watch it, but then I don't do it, right? You stretch with your eyes. That's how I would like to put it. Also, we have 막도영님 saying 비행기 안에서 다른 사람 어깨에 다리를 올리는 실수를 한 적이 있다는 윤지님 얘기야. 한참을 웃었습니다. 덕분에 점심 먹은 거 소화 다 됐어요. Yeah, I know. I want to kind of do what I did. 8-year-old me 이렇게 그죠? 이렇게 이러고 잤는데 이제 아저씨가 죄송합니다. If you're listening to this, you know, the 아저씨 that sat next to me, I apologize. 죄송합니다. Yes. Also, we have Siwan Dunim saying, I've heard that for a gym to run smoothly for a whole year, about half of its annual memberships need to come from January signups. Oh, right. Usually, like, you know, how you sign up for the gym membership in January, right? People tend to like, you know, buy those 3 months membership because they are on a huge sale, right? But what I do is I don't try to like fall for that. I sign up monthly because I like, you know, how it's expensive. I know it's like more, you know, expensive to get the membership that way, but still for me, I tend to buy it like monthly because I know in my head, oh, I paid this much, so I gotta go. So I kind of push myself into going to the gym even more. So that's what I do. But I think for some of you, you might think, oh my gosh, that's money down the drain, right? Yeah, so this month, like I got it for, you know, the 3-month package deal. But then see, I don't go to the gym. Yes. So for those of you like who wants to like, you know, set it as your habit, try to get the membership each month. That's my tip for you. Anyway, thank you guys for sharing your answers. That's so fun. And now, before we head into our next segment, we're going to take a quick music break. And here's 툭하면 by Brave Girls featuring Skull of Stony Skunk.
난 너 때문에 잠도 못 자 오늘도 wow. 바보같이 이런 사람 다시 난 할래 가면 헤어지자 하고 가면 꺼지는 말하고 가면 싫은 말하고 제 멋대로 하고 널 사랑한 말이야 그만 상처 주란 말이야 너무 아프단 말이야 왜 툭 하면 너리여 기분 더럽게
Happy Wednesday and welcome back to Bite-Sized Banter.
Wednesday.
Happy hump day.
Yes.
Yes, so usually Wednesdays are kind of rough for so many people,
Really?
right? No?
I'm a big fan of Wednesdays.
You are?
Yeah.
How so?
I don't know. It's hard to spell. It's
Wednesday?
yeah.
Yeah. I know. Why is it Wednesday?
Don't even get into these Greek mythology reasons why we have these words for days of the week. I don't mind Wednesday. Well, sorry. I would say I don't mind Wednesday at about 5 o'clock.
5 p.m.
Like halfway through the day.
Oh, yeah.
You know you're like, all right, the weekend's just around the corner.
Oh, he's a very positive person, right?
I'm actually not. No. No. I just feel like it's maybe it's the classes I have or what I do on Wednesday. I also don't have any BFM on Wednesday. Maybe that's
Ooh.
why. I'm just joking. I'm
He's
here,
looking at me
people.
straight in the eye.
I'm
Oh my
here,
goodness.
people. Yes.
Yes. And you know what I realized? Like on my way here today, I realized that we've covered lots of topics together.
Sure.
And like whenever I look at today's question, I think, oh, I know what Andrew's answer is going to be like.
Oh, I want
Yes.
to. Let's guess then. After we go
Yes.
through our skit, let's
Yes.
try to guess each other's way we're going to relax.
Okay. Let's see how our friendship
Yeah.
lasts.
Or non-friendship.
So let's get into today's situation.
All right, so someone insisting they're relaxing while clearly not relaxing.
I'm resting right now.
Yoonji, you're holding your phone.
Lightly though.
You just checked your email.
Emotionally, I'm resting here. So today's question is, how do you usually relax after a long day? How do you usually relax after a long day? 긴 하루가 끝나고 나면 여러분은 어떻게 쉬시나요? Maybe lie down just for a moment.
A moment turns into 2 hours.
I know. Oh, watching that shorts. Whew. Time just flies
So,
by.
before
Yes.
we did our skit, we said we were going to guess.
Yes.
You know, and listeners, please let us know with your responses as well. So, Yoonji, how do you think, because you said it 1st, how do you think I relax after a long day?
So I'm guessing that you wash your hands first and then you wash your hands first and then he sits on his couch and opens his phone and watches or checks his phone. Am I right? I'm wrong?
People, time for the next guess.
How about you? What do you think?
Okay, I think this is after a long day.
What does Yoonji do? After
Yoonji
a long day?
either I don't know in which order you do these in,
Okay.
but it involves going to the way to get a sandwich, and it involves the gym.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I guess our friendship just ends here.
yeah. Cut it out. We're
Okay.
done.
So tell us your right answer. What do you usually do after a long day?
See, do you know what? Like,
Don't you sanitize your hand?
well, yeah, sure. I mean, I wash my hands about
I got
15
that
times
one
a day.
right.
But I would say, I mean, that's just a habit of when I come in my house. I have to. But I would say after a long day, it just depends because there's days where I feel like they're my longest days. Like I leave in the morning at like 8 o'clock, come back at like 8:30 at night or 9.
Oh, wow.
And I find sometimes that those days don't feel as long as other days. So I would say I get home. Typically, whenever I get home, the boys want to talk, and we talk about what they did that day and things like that. I try to have a routine with that.
That's good.
But then once everyone's in bed, meaning the kids, usually I will check some sports highlights
On your phone?
on my phone, usually, or on the computer. You know, whatever's in front of me, or like put YouTube on the TV and watch highlights through that, or listen to a podcast, maybe.
Do you sit on your couch by any chance?
That would
Try to
happen
fit it
times.
with the answer.
Or I would, if I have all my work done at home that I need to do, like for the next day, then I might go for a walk and things like that. I know lately it's been a bit chilly, but at night I don't mind that. You bundle up, throw on a podcast, and then an hour and a half goes by real quick. You get in your exercise, get caught up on your info, learn something new.
So my answer was your answer.
Really?
Kinda. Wasn't it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah? You
She's
wanted
a
to go
thief.
to the gym.
She's stealing it. Yeah.
No,
So how about yourself?
I do that too. Because, like, after a long day, I don't want to do anything. So I
Yeah.
just, like, chill at home. Just
Yeah.
lie on bed like a, corpse.
Sure. Yeah.
And I open up my phone or, like, I watch my favorite TV series,
Okay.
Friends. And kind of, I don't know, I listen to music or I just
A
try to,
long
like...
bath with candles and classical music.
We don't have bathtub. Do you guys have a bathtub?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. These days, like, they're... He's looking at me like a poor little girl. Huh?
You live in a studio.
that's fine.
Sure. That's
Yes.
understandable. Yes.
So I guess, like, I need my alone time, like, without my phone sometimes.
I
Because...
just pictured you. No bath. She's just sitting in the shower like this with the water coming down.
yeah, it's like,
It's like the
was a
meme or
long
whatever of
day.
like someone's had like the worst day of their lives.
Yeah.
Please end
I'm
this
like a
now.
zombie in a shower.
It's too much. Too much, people.
Yes. So, I want to kind of break it down. Like, when do you feel like you had a long day?
I just feel sometimes if things don't go right, especially if you have something planned and it doesn't go accordingly, or like I don't mind changes in schedules. I'll roll with it. But when things change real quick and you didn't have time to adjust to them or something like that, and it doesn't usually happen too much with here at BFM. Everything's usually we schedule everything pretty well. But with other classes or meetings at school or things like that, or, with two kids, things change abruptly sometimes, or they need to go to this, or they forgot to tell you that, I need this for, my doshirak tomorrow, and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, why didn't you tell me?
Tell me at 12 a.m.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, those things add to it. I don't generally like I said, I could be out for 12 hours and come home and feel like I didn't have a long day.
Ooh.
Like I don't know, but also
Is it because
I feel
of your personality, or
I don't know. I feel that also I run high, meaning like I don't like high stress situations and whatnot. They don't bother me that much, or maybe it's just I'm always in those situations, so it's not the same. Where I know, like, I have some friends that, like, on my long days, if they had to work that, they would be like, "Get me out of here."
They'd be so stressed
And
out.
I'm just like, yeah, it's the norm. Yeah.
I
How about
guess
you? After like a really long day,
After a long day.
like you had a stressed out day. What are
Like,
your
what that would be?
yeah,
What would stress me out?
Yeah, like what? But also, like, what would you do at the end of one of those days?
I don't know.
Sit
like,
in that shower.
I wouldn't do anything. I would sometimes like call up my friend and just like talk to her
The
about
one that
it.
you haven't seen in 3 months that
Yeah.
you avoid.
Once a year, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
so
she's
talk
like,
to them.
"Oh, Yoonji, why this time?"
Or also, this is kind of like trending these days, which is like talking to one of the AI, like
Oh, really?
chat thing.
Yeah.
People tend to talk to them. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like when you talk to your friends about it, they can be stressed out as well.
Yeah.
So I might as well just stress out the.
But do you know what? Like, I
AI.
find if I ask a question, sometimes it's saying it'll lead me into another question with AI things.
True.
So, but then, do you know what? I'll ask a different AI platform and see if they'll give a similar answer. And it's not too far off.
Oh,
You know,
why?
if it's like,
Interesting.
if I'm not saying I'm going there for medical advice, but like if I'm said like, oh, I have these symptoms, you know, could you give me 3 things it might be, you know, or how could you help me get over this, you know, and I'll ask another platform, they pretty much give you the same thing, you know, just to see if they're on the same page, because you know, it's like a second opinion when you go to the doctor. Right? I don't know.
Ooh, I've never seen a person who asks that medical question.
No, about like if I'm like, you know, like I played hockey the other day, I have a pain here. I think it's this muscle. You know, what would be the best way to recover from it? You know,
that's a nice way.
or you know, I went and had a procedure done. I'm looking for recovery and suggested recovery time. Maybe because I didn't I quite understand the doctor, or medication. It's great because I don't really have to do as much searching in Korean. Just take a picture of it, put it up. What's this medication? It's for this, blah, 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 blah. And then, yeah,
That's
really.
pretty clever.
Yeah, it's easy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what's the best way to overcome your symptoms? Take a hot shower.
This one, she got jokes, everyone. Oh, jokes.
So today's question was, how do you usually relax after a long day? Oh, we have one of our writer names stretching out there.
There you go.
긴 하루가 끝나면 여러분은 어떻게 쉬시나요?
Perfect timing.
Yeah, so tell us your answer. Anyway, thank you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And that was today's bite-sized banter. And today's topic was, how do you usually relax after a long day? 긴 하루가 끝나고 나면 여러분은 어떻게 쉬시나요? Don't you guys have like a hot shower? Is it just me? Feels so soothing and relaxing, right? Oh, taking a hot shower, all foggy, right? Anyway, we want to see what your answer is. And we have Benny. For me, I sleep when I want to relax. Ooh, so yeah, deep sleep, right? How many hours do you sleep, guys, to get, you know, enough energy? Have you ever slept like, let's say, 24 hours straight without waking up? For me, I think that happened once, like when I was in my early 20s. I slept like nonstop for about, how long was it? It was like bare hibernating. I think it was like 14 or 15 hours, and my mom like suddenly came in and she didn't even knock, I'm pretty sure. She just walked in. She's like, "근데 지금 몇 시인 줄 아나?" 사투리가 좀 이상하죠. 몇 시인 줄 아나? 지금 잠이 밥을 먹어야지, 밥을. 그래서 so that's how I got up. And she was like, 거인 줄 알았네, right? So how about for you guys? Like, how many hours can you sleep up to? Yes. We also have C1 Du님 saying, 라면, 김밥, 떡볶이, 튀김 시켜서 먹어요. 매일은 못 먹지만. That's a great combo. There was like 김떡순, 김밥, 떡볶이, 순대. 순대가 빠졌네. So, but still, 라면, 김밥, 떡볶이, 튀김. That's 라, 김, 떡, 튀. Wow, that sounds amazing. Yes, and ramen and kimbap, I think that's like the original combo that everyone has to try in the world, right? Yes. Ooh, that's a good one. Thank you. Also, Julian is laughing to my answer, right? My mom mimicking. Sorry, mom. Yes. To be honest, like the other day, my mom was listening to our show. I'm not going to say the nickname or the name, you know? And she was here and she was like sending a compliment. And I told her, Mom, 최대한 챗룸에서는 적지 말아주세요. And so I'm pretty sure she's listening. Maybe not. Right? So, yeah. 엄마, I love you. And I was looking up like some of the things that you guys can do to kind of relax after a hectic day. And there are some things to get some ideas. First one, we have switch off technology. Oh, so even like your mobile or turning your phone off when you get home, that like even just an hour or so, that might help you to kind of relax. Also, cook a healthy meal. Ooh. So maybe like cook some of your favorite meals, right? Oh, kind of like compensation for your hard work of your day, right? And also like getting out in nature. So much like getting away from technology for a while, taking a walk outside can kind of help you to kind of clear your head and reconnect with the present moment. Yeah. I know it's cold to get out, right? But, you know, just like breathing in the crisp, cold, icy weather air, right? That might help kind of to get you relaxed. Also, I know like you might kind of be like, oh, duh, everyone knows it in their head, right? But try some gentle exercise. So something like walking or swimming or yoga, which some of our sweeties actually do, right? Can help us distract us from the day's stress and kind of soothe our busy minds. And also reading a book. Oh, are you guys a book lover? For me, I used to like read books every day. Seriously. And you know, like I used to read books to make myself fall asleep quickly. Yes, but once I get too like excited and too caught up in the moment, like during the reading, then I would take like I don't know, like 6 hours to read it, and I would realize, whoa, time just flew by, and I realized it was like 6 a.m. Because I was too like into the story, But I mean, reading a book that can kind of help us kind of relax and turn on some jazz music in the background, right? And that can kind of replace the day's narrative with a new story. And also, treating yourself to a massage. Ooh, that's a good one, right? Yeah, so kind of like, soak your body and kind of, let the lower blood pressure kind of stimulate your body. And last, have a laugh. Ooh, so to get a good laugh, tune into Sweet Date. Just kidding. Yes. So to get a good laugh, maybe watch your favorite show. I know I said to kind of, get some time off from technology. But getting a good laugh, might kind of help you to relax after a long day. So I hope you guys get some ideas from some of the things that I've shared with you. And hope you have a relaxing day today as well. So now it's time for a song break, and here is Love Like This 내게로 by Double S501.
Love like this. Hey girl, 이제 너를 보여줘 내게 그만 너의 맘을 Want you my girl. 항상 망설이는 넌 정말 바보, 정말 너는 바보. 말해줘요. 왜 넌 모르니, 넌 날 모르니, 널 원하는 내 맘 모두 다 가져가줘. 내게 거침없이 떨림없이 Your love 내게와 넌 like this so love 기다린 너란 걸 줄 love 다가와 넌 like this one love 넌 내게 난 내게로 love 내게와 넌 like this so love 기다린 너란 걸 줄 love 다가와 넌 like this one love 넌 내게 난 내게로 girl 오늘따라 더 예뻐 보여 내 맘의 기수인 바로 넌걸 널
yeah. Love 내게와 넌 like this so love 기다림 너란 걸 줄 love 다가와 넌 like this one love 넌 내게만 내게로 love 내게와 넌 like this so love 기다림 너란 걸 줄 love 다가와 넌 like this one love 넌 내게만 내게로 love 내게와 넌 like this so love 기다림 너란 걸 줄 love 다가와 넌 like this one love 넌 내게만 내게로
And now it's time for K-pop Dispatch, and this is a segment you'll catch with me every weekday. And dispatch means sending out news quickly. And that's what we do here, delivering the heartbeat of K-pop from new tracks to viral comebacks. And before we listen to the first song today, here's a bit of context. So both of the songs you're about to hear come from something called Veiled Musician, the unique singing competition on a streaming platform where performers, musicians, and everyday people sing behind those veils, judged purely on their voices without any visual bias. So our first track is called Dream by perk alongside one of the standout contestants known as 감일동 솜사탕. And this duet was originally showcased during a duet mission in the show's later rounds, and its official release has just hit music platforms. And what makes this version special is how perk's signature tender delivery blends with 감일동 솜사탕's smooth vocals to transform the song into a dreamy, heartfelt moment, a beautiful duet that feels both familiar and fresh. And up next, after that beautiful duet, we have another special release from Veiled Musician. And this one is the duet version of 첫눈처럼 너에게 가겠다, originally made famous by Ailey. And in this new rendition, 신용재 brings his warm and rich vocals together with 수영동 31, another remarkable contestant from the show. And their interpretation heightens the emotional depth of the song, adding a husky vulnerability and tender nuance that really draws you in. And released just this month, this duet version has been praised for how it reimagines a beloved ballad with both maturity and heartfelt connection between the voices. So with that, we're going to go ahead and listen to them back to back. Here are Dream by perk and 감일동 솜사탕, followed by 첫눈처럼 너에게 가겠다 by 신용재 and 수영동 31.
예쁘네 오늘도 어제만큼 아니 오늘은 더 예뻐졌네 이런 말을 할 때마다 너는 못 들은 척 늘 딴 얘기를 해
어젠 너무 좋은 꿈을 꿨어 지금 말해주긴 간지러워서 말하긴 싫어 그리고 이런 거 말하면 안 된대 Dream 다신 꾸지 못하는 너무 기분 좋은 꿈 나는 네가 꼭 그런 것 같은데
Dream 종일 아른거리는 너무 기분 좋은 꿈 그게 바로 너 우리 둘 너무 잘 어울린대 I know She knows 사실 내가 봐도 그래 근데 가끔 불안한 기분이 들 땐 혼자서 울적해
한 거짓말 그렇게 자신 있는 얼굴을 하고 있으면서 하지만 듣기엔 참 좋다 그렇긴 하네 Dream 다신 꾸지 못하는 너무 기분 좋은 꿈 나는 네가 꼭 그런 것 같은데
Dream 종일 아른거리는 너무 기분 좋은 꿈 그게 바로 너
Well, I don't care even if you're a sweet liar
Well, I don't care Cause I will make you believe Dream 지금 그런 눈으로 나를 바라볼 때면 나는 네가 꼭 내 것 같은데 Dream 다시 잠들고 싶은 너무 기분 좋은 꿈 그게 바로 너 널 품기 전 알지 못했던 내 몸은 세상 이토록 찬란한 곳을 작은 숨결로 닿은 사람 겁없이 나를 불러준 사람 몹시도 좋았던 너를 지켜보고 설레고 우습게 질투도 했던 평범한 모든 순간들이 캄캄한 영원 그 오랜 기다림 속으로 햇살처럼 네가 내렸다
널 놓기 전 알지 못했다 내 머문 세상 이토록 쓸쓸한 것은 꽃이 피고 지고 다시는 없을 너라는 계절 욕심이 생겼다 너와 함께 살고 늙고 가 주름진 손을 맞잡고 내 삶은 따뜻했었다
it's time for Sweet Review, where we take a gentle look back at today's key moments and leave you with one simple thought to carry into the rest of your day. And number 1, Scream Bites Review. So in today's Scream Bites, we focus on the phrase, "This is just a thing to perk you up." Make sure to pronounce it right, okay? Perk you up. We talked about how sometimes what really helps us isn't something big or dramatic. It's those small, timely things. A song, a sentence, or even a brief pause. That softly lifts our mood when our energy starts to dip. Haha, I got you right there. Not everything needs fixing, and sometimes we just need a little lift. Then in number 2, bite-sized banter. We ask a simple but very real question. How do you usually relax after a long day? And what stood out was how personal those answers can be. For some, relaxation means quiet and stillness. For others, it's movement, music, or sharing a moment with someone else. And there's no one right way to unwind. I mean, what matters is noticing what actually helps you let go. And today's conversations reminded us that rest doesn't have to be earned. And relief doesn't always arrive in, those big gestures. Sometimes it's found in those small choices, choosing to pause, choosing to soften, and choosing to give ourselves a moment of care without explanation. So now, here goes the quote of the day. Rest is not idleness. Rest is not idleness by John Lubbock. 쉰다는 것은 게으름이 아닙니다. So this quote reminds us that taking a break isn't the same as wasting time. Rest isn't about doing nothing. It's about giving our mind and body the space they need to recover and reset. And when we allow ourselves to kind of slow down, even briefly, we come back with clearer thoughts. Steadier energy and a little more patience than before. And that way, rest isn't a pause from life. It's part of what helps us keep going. So with that little reminder, we're going to wrap today's sweet review up together. And let's see what our sweeties have to say. We have 마닥도 영어님 saying, 보통 새해 결심은 작심 3일이라는 얘기가 있잖아요. 그러니까 3일에 한 번씩 결심하면 되지 않을까요? So she's saying that instead of trying to conquer all the goals, right? Try to stick to small step for the first 3 days and continue that for the next 3 days, right? And for the next 3 days, like that. And that will stack up for a year, right? Ooh, and become a habit. That's a good way to put it. Yes, I try to do that too, and that was way better than thinking, this has to last for a year, right? Because it's too far away, right? That's a good way. So think 3-day thing, guys. 3 days. 작심삼일이라는 말이, I don't think there's a exact term to this, but I think I want to call it 3-day thing. Right? So small step for the first 3 days and the next 3 days and continuously like that, right? Anyway, thank you for sharing a great tip for all of us. Also, we have Julie Neem answering the question of the day. She's saying, I try to cut down on food expenses, but quietly disappeared. Eating delicious meals with my family is important. After all, 아무튼 실패 중이에요. 그리고 방학이 되니까 식비가 더 들어가요. 나 진짜. She didn't say 진짜, but I pretend. 죄송해요. 연기 욕심이 있어가지고 제가 좀 버려야 되는 거 올해 연기 욕심, 그죠? Anyway, I'm guessing she's calling it 방학. So yeah, because her son, right, is on vacation right now, winter vacation. Ooh, winter break, I would like to say, right? There's a difference between break and vacation, right? Vacation, I heard it's more like, I don't know, more of an educated way of taking a break. And break is like, woohoo, party time, right? So, are you on a break or vacation, Julie? Anyway, thank you. I know cutting down on food expenses, that's really difficult, right? Especially for moms out there. 진짜 super moms. 진짜 우리 줄리님은 super mom이에요. 우, 멋져! 나중에 우리 줄리님 Photoshop your picture. Anyway, thank you for sharing your answer. Also, we have Jenny in Hong Kong saying, I usually listen to music, classical music, and pop song also, having a lemon tea and read books. So Jenny in Hong Kong is drinking her lemon tea and then read books, right? 너무 우아하다. So graceful. 너무 멋져요. Jenny and Hong Kong, I want to ask you, since you are a book lover, what kind of bookworms, 그죠? What kind of books do you like to read? And could you recommend any of the books for our listeners and me? Because I'm also a bookworm. Yes, I used to be. But, you know, I am into those romance novels. Yes, fiction books. Yes. So if you do have some time, please let us know what your favorite book is and some recommendations. Also, we have Bolly Bear name checking in. Hello, Bolly Bear name. Oh, I love your nickname. And the person saying, I feel more than happy when taking a long bath. Ooh, yes. That's soothing, huh? Put in some bath salt and kind of dissolve it and have, you know, the music in the background. I think that would kind of soothe your day, right? Ooh, anyway, thank you. Also, Jolene is saying, 잘한다, 윤지님. 연기 잘하고 있어요. And she's also adding, thank you so much for today's amazing show, 윤지님, 나피디님. Bye, all lovely sweet daters. Hope you have a happy day. Oh, thank you. Jenny 홍커님 saying, 연기 참, 하네요. 전 C.S. Lewis 좋아해요. 하지만 영어로는 못 읽어요. 괜찮아요. C.S. Lewis, good one. Thank you for sending in your answers, guys. And thank you for sending in your wonderful messages as well. All right, everyone, that brings us to the end of today's Sweet Day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And in the start of this new year, even if a habit hasn't quite become yours yet, I hope you wake up each day willing to start fresh, to keep trying and keep going without being afraid. Okay, you got this. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow at 12:05. And here's the last song, 그래도 사랑합니다 by 일락. Bye!
나 때문에 아픈가요? 그대 나를 미워하시나요? 내가 그래요 날 버린 그댈 욕만하다가 그대 이름만 부르네요. 나 없이도 살아봐요. 다른 사랑에 난 했나봐요. 나는 못하죠 그대 했는 법도 모르죠. 왜 날 사랑하다 버린 그대를 왜 난 버리지 못하죠. 그래도 사랑합니다. 미워도 사랑합니다. 못난 내 사랑 미치도록 원망해봐도 그래도 그립습니다. 오늘도 그립습니다. Goodbye 그대 이 말만은 말아요. 떨쳐내려 해봐도 내 눈은 그대 하나만 보네요. 오늘도 난 걷습니다. 그댈 바래다진 이 골목을 손 흔들며 웃었던 그대 미소까지도 모두 잊은 줄만 알았었는데